Hey guys, this is Dee Williams, and yes, I am back again with another video. After the overwhelming response that we received to the last video, I thought it was super important for me to create a new video to just be able to talk a little bit more about building your own recruiting staffing business, growing your current staffing and recruiting business, and to answer a lot of questions that came across my email and that individuals called about as well. Now, I talk really fast. I have a lot of high energy. Please don't let that intimidate you. I'm actually like this just about 24 hours a day. So hold on to your hats. This is definitely going to be a fun ride. Listen, I'm super excited about you being here. This video will be about 20 minutes, so please be prepared, but you're going to learn some things and you're going to see some things that you're definitely not prepared for. So just sit back, relax, and watch your dreams unfold. Let's dive in. Okay, so where do you fit in? Now, there are two different types of customers that give me a call and say that, Dee, I really need your help. I'm going to start with the type of customer who's looking to grow their staffing business. They already are in business. They have placements out there. They have candidates on billing, or they're making direct hire placements and they're not charging enough, or they're not getting the job orders that they need, or they don't know how to relate to the clients that they're working with, or they're looking for new ways to find exceptional talent. D, branding. How do I brand? How do I get social media? You have 30,000 first level LinkedIn connections. How do I get that? All of those questions will be asked. Give us a call. We will give you more information on how you can sign up for this particular portion of the service. This comes under our standard coaching package. And let me tell you, we have turned companies around, upside down, inside out, and they are actually up and moving and doing some strong business. Actually, right now, it's about 3 a.m. in the morning here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am preparing to get on a flight. I have a 4-city tour where I am training companies in Oklahoma City, Houston, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Detroit, Michigan. All corporate clients. So this is a unique opportunity. We offer this service for individuals and small businesses. And I'm super excited that you're even watching this video and that you're even thinking about investing into yourself and into your company to grow your business. Now, that's our first type of client. Let's move on to the second. Now, the second type of client that reaches out to us, they are looking to start their own staffing and recruiting business. This is something they've been thinking about for a long time. People call me all the time and say, Dee, I've been following you for the past 2 years. It's been in the back of my mind. I want to start my own business, but I don't know where to begin. And I have a lot of fears to go along with it. Or where do I start? What do I staff on? Oh my gosh, so many questions. So let me tell you what's going on right now in the staffing and recruiting industry. And let me tell you what's hot. What's hot? It's going super niche, super niche. That means that you as an individual, and you're working in your current position right now as an accountant, as a ERP developer, as a Epic analyst or project manager. Are you a master in go lives? You're a Java developer that people are you get 28 phone calls a week from recruiters. Listen, whatever your specialty is, this is where you fit in. Start your own recruiting and staffing firm. Start it in a niche space. Start your own healthcare IT firm. Place physician assistants only. Place project managers only, Hadoop developers. Start your own clinical trials recruitment firm. You're into healthcare, RN, start your own healthcare. RN nursing firm, Java developers, .NET developers, not software developers as a whole, not IT as a whole, but you can create a niche where you're only placing Java developers, especially if that's your background, okay? Niche firms often have exclusive referral contacts, which are impossible for all-in-one shops to establish and or maintain. So it's very important that you take the experience that you have and you develop develop your own staffing and recruitment practice so that you can become value to an employer, right? You're offering better candidates and you're less wasted time. You already have a network of these people, your friends. They're the people you work with. They're the people that you know. And I guarantee you, the clients will absolutely love you. Start your own controls engineer, IT enterprise sales, product managers. Are you in logistics? Place logistic managers only, iOS developers, automation engineers. Social media is the hottest thing on the table right now. Start a social media staffing firm. Whatever it is that your specialty is, this can be a great opportunity for you. Now, what's your point, D? What's your point? Because I really don't know how to recruit and staff. That's fine. You don't have to have staffing and recruiting experience to start your own firm. That's my point. Okay. My point is that you have more experience than most recruiters within your space because you actually do the job every day. All right. Now you can learn how to recruit. That's easy. That's the easy part, right? And you have an opportunity to help replenish the world's economy. Plus, you can earn $250K to $2.5 million in your first year of business. Listen, let me tell you, you can do this. You can do this. Take the time, invest in yourself, invest in your company, create your own staffing and recruiting firm. You can do this. Now, okay, D, how does this work? Well, everybody loves to see the infamous calculator that I pulled out in the last video, and I'm going to pull it out again. As you can see, I've been creating some cheating numbers here from the last video that I did. So I'm going to pull out of these numbers here, and let's start with direct hire. Okay. Now, there are two ways that you can staff your business or how you can make money in this business. Okay. Direct hire, contract, or contract to hire, or it's permanent placement, temp to hire. Temp to hire, contract to hire, it's kind of a try before you buy. You're giving people an opportunity to try out the applicant or the candidate and on their staff for a period of time. And then if they like them, then they're hiring for full time. They're going to be on your payroll for 3 months, 6 months, a year, depending on what your contract is. But we're going to start with direct hire first today because I really want to give you an idea of how you can grow your business, okay? So the industry standard for a placement is about 20%. When the economy, it used to be 35, to be honest with you, but when the economy fell, a lot of companies lowered their rates to around 15%. So you'll see this a little more often than not. So we're going to work with 15 to 20% in numbers. The average, I'm going to start with some low numbers, okay? I'm going to start with small numbers because some people haven't had the opportunity to think big. Let's say you come across a candidate and you need to place them at $60,000 a year. You get 15% of that candidate's first year salary. That means the check that company is writing to you, $9,000. But let's say you charge them 20% of the candidate's first year salary, still at the $60,000 a year, right? That check to you would be $12,000. Now I'm going to pull my real calculator out here on my iPhone because I want you to think about this from a larger perspective. If you placed 10 candidates this year and you got a $9,000 placement for all 10 candidates, how much do you think that you'll be bringing in for the year? That's $90,000. I'm going to just stick this right here. $90,000. That's what I said. D, you said it, $90,000. That's if you placed 10 people at that $9,000 rate. Okay. I mean, at that 15% rate for $60,000. $9,000 is your placement fee. You do that 10 times, you'll make $90,000. Are you making $90,000 right now? Let's look at this over here. So same scenario. We have 10 people right here and our fee is $12,000. $12,000 times 10, that's $120,000 that you can bring home or during your first year. Now, for me, I think that that's chump change. That's small pennies. But you know, I am a big dreamer. I think big. I see big. So let's take this number up a little bit more. Okay. Let's look and see what if the salary was $80,000. Okay. We have $80,000. That means that our percentage, the fee of 15%, the fee that we will receive from that $80,000 is $12,000. Now we know what that number looks like because we just did that over there on the back end. I need to put my dollar sign in. Y'all bear with me. So you're making 120 a year. But let's say you have the same $80,000 at 20%. Wow. Now you are looking at 16,000 per year times 10 people that you place. Now you're looking at, ooh, I put a dollar sign here. Y'all see that? Let me take that out. We don't want that. We just want a 10. No dollar sign. Okay. Well, it's pulling a dollar sign in. And so we're going to go in. That's $160,000 a year. Guys, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going crazy over here. Okay, 160,000 per year. I got to play around with my spreadsheet. Give me 1 second here. So y'all get to see the real D. This is what you see when you're actually going through training. Very real, very authentic. So don't laugh at me, okay? Don't tease me. All right, there you go. So we're talking, we just gave you numbers, $60,000 a year salary with a placement fee percentage of between 15 to 20%. Let's take this a step higher because you know D likes to go higher. Let's say that you are placing, oh, I'm going to take you in 2 phases. Let's say you're placing high-level candidates, right? And the salary is $150,000 per year, okay? At 15%, placement fee, okay? We're talking your check being $22,500. What if you had an opportunity to place 10 people throughout the course of the year at $150,000 with a $22,000 500 placement? You do that times 10, you're looking at $225,000 a year. Do you see what I'm talking about? I gave you some numbers at the very beginning of this training. I know you didn't believe me, but let me just take this a step further. That's at a 15% rate. What if you get the industry standard rate and you're at 20%? That means that your check is $30,000. That's what you get paid, $30,000. And you can do that 10 times throughout the course of the year. That's less than 1 placement a month, right? On average, you're looking at $300,000 per year, okay? That's just on the direct hire side. Let me take this 1 step further. Y'all know how I am. Anybody who's worked with me, you know how I am. Let's say you decide, D, listen, I want to do executive search. I want to do executive search. I want to do only high-end professionals, CFOs, CTOs, CMOs. And let's say the salary starts at around $350,000 and you're charging 15%, which is super low. You can definitely go up to 35% on the executive search side. Look at that. Your check is $52,000. $52,500. Now, let's say, I got to keep it moving, that you do that 10 times, okay? 10 times. I got to make sure my calculator is right. So 52,500 times 10 times, this is what you're talking about in a year. You're talking about $525,000. That's $500,000 for making less than 1 placement a month. Now, let's take that number up a little bit farther here. We're going to do 350,000 at the 20%. Whew, I'm sweating over here, guys. $70,000 is your placement fee. If you can do that 10 times a year, you are talking about $700,000 per year placing executive level professionals. Do you see the vision? Do you feel it? Are your pockets shaking? Okay, all right, I'm not going to be funny anymore. Let's go down here. Now, keep those numbers in mind up there, right? Because that's just your direct hire. Your direct hire is your bottom line. It goes right to your bank account once your placement is made, right? Or after the guarantee, depending on how you set your contract up, okay? Now, what if you say, you know what, D, I want to go full blown, full speed ahead. I don't just want to do direct hire. I want to do contract staffing because I'm in the healthcare IT space and I'm placing Cerner, Epic, Prelude, or I'm in the manufacturing space. I'm sending controls engineers out there, manufacturing engineers. Okay, cool. I'm with that 100%. But let's start off real slow. Let's just say right now you're placing CNAs, right? and you're billing your client, okay? You're billing your client $50 an hour. That's the number that you're giving to your client, that you're billing. Hey, listen, I'm charging you $50 an hour for me to put this candidate into your workspace, okay? But you still got to pay your candidate, right? So let's say, and this may be a high number for a CNA, I'm not 100% sure, but let's say you're paying your CNA 30 bucks an hour. It's actually going to be 36 after you pay your burden, which is your taxes, and that number also depends on the city and state that you're in, but we call that the loaded pay rate, right? So 36 an hour. You make for every hour that individual CNA works, you make 14 bucks an hour. So one CNA, right, that you have on billing, and 14, that's one CNA, one contractor who works 40 hours a week, you make 560 bucks per week. That's about 2,500 a month, and almost 30,000 a year. That's small. I mean, I'm doing that now. I'm making way more than that. Okay, I'm with you. But what if you had 5 people? What if you had 5 CNAs on billing? Now you got 2,800 bucks a week, right? And you're doing it. If they stay on contract for 30 days, the average is 90 days or to 6 months. Then you're bringing home $12,000 per month. Let's take this a step further. What if you get 10 people on billing in your first year? You're looking somewhere almost around $25,000 a month and $56K per week. But you know, average firm in their first year of business, they do somewhere around 25 to 30 people on billing during their first year. You're talking $14,000 a week. $14,000 a week. Are you making $14,000 a week right now? $60,000 per month. $60,000 per month. I'm just going to round it up times 3 months, and you're looking at, by the end of that contract, $180,000 alone after 3 months of keeping 25 people on billing. Is that a part of your plan, a part of your financial plan, and a part of your goals? What are you looking to make? Because right here, what I see is somewhere almost $1 million a year right here in business. And potentially, if you're placing executives, you could be doing close to $2 million a year, very easy. But, you know, I am a big thinker. We talked about that earlier. Let's say you're putting people on billing that are physical therapists. Okay, I'm just throwing anything out there right now, or Java developers, Java architects. Okay, so let's say that you're billing your client 140 bucks an hour, and you are paying your applicant, your professional, $108 an hour as a loaded pay rate. You're looking at $32 an hour for every hour that person works. Getting one person on billing right there alone, you're looking at $1,280 a week. We're going to bump that number back up to 5. You're looking at $6,400 a week. Your IT people, most of the time, are going to stay on billing for about 6 months. Okay, I'm going to bump that number up to 10 contractors on billing. You're looking at $55,000 a month, $12,000 per week. But as we stated before, normally first year you can expect about 25 people on billing, and that's if you're hustling and bustling. You're talking about $32,000 per week, $138,000 per month, and you're talking $138,000 times 3 months. If they stay on billing, you're talking almost $500,000 in a 3-month time period. 414,000 plus. You're doing more than $1 million, more than $1.5 million in business. That does not include your direct hire. This is what you would call kind of your residual income. This is what you would call your bottom line income. Okay. And look, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not MLM. I don't have anything against MLM. I am actually, I run an MLM business as well, but this is real hard work. Okay. This is actually being a match between the client, the hiring company, and talent. Okay, you are the middleman. You are the Olivia Pope. You are the negotiator. You are the negotiator. I mean, you're the middle guy. You're the one that's helping to create the match between companies who are looking for talent and talent who are looking for companies. And it's an amazing feeling, let me just tell you. And I know I sound mushy. Y'all know I'm passionate about what I do. I get really mushy, but it is an absolutely amazing feeling to experience creating that match. I'm going to go just a little bit. I want to go just a little bit higher, because you don't realize that there are some positions out there that bill rate can get as high as you really want it to go, depending on the position. All right, here you in this particular position, you're making 44 bucks an hour with 25 contractors on billing. You're doing 2.2, plus you're doing executive placement at the top. You're looking at a $3 million business very easily. Okay, now this is one thing that I didn't talk about before. You also want to be able to pay your recruiters and your account managers, which are your salespeople. So that money is going to come out of your gross margin. Okay. So let's say you took the time and you paid your recruiter 30% and you paid your account manager 30%. Now that means that you are making $17.60 per hour. That number goes down. But would you rather, as you grow, okay, let me just say this, as you grow, you're definitely going to want to bring people on. But the more people that you bring on, the more money that you will make, and the business will fold in a way that you are just not even, I mean, you're probably looking at these numbers right now saying, D, what are you talking about? I just like to play with the calculator sometimes just to remind me of what I know that I can bring in my business, or what my clients can bring in their business. And I'm having a hard time putting this in here. Here you go, $500,000 that you're placing a $500,000 candidate. Look at that. At 20%, your check is $100,000. Do that 10 times and see how your bank account feels. Okay, do that 10 times and see how your bank account feels. I'm just opening your mind up here to let you know that there's really no limit. And the advantage that you have right now over the big firms out there is that you actually know how to do the job. You speak the language. Most firms out there are hiring rookies, or hiring recruiters who've been in the business for a long time but have never, ever done what you're doing. You know how to do this. All you got to do is learn how to recruit, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay. All right. So yes, D, I'm excited, but what's involved in the program, D? What am I going to learn and what will I get? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Listen, for 4 hours per week, all we need is 12 weeks of your time. Okay, that's nothing. You can do that with your eyes closed. That's 3 months. So for 3 months and 4 hours a week, we're talking about a full, complete solution. We do all the training online, unless you actually want me to come into your area, which I will do, but that's a different type of fee. Okay, anyway, listen. Okay, so 12 weeks, 4 hours. We'll meet 2 days out of the week, okay, for 2 hours each of those days. Now, it's going to be broken down into 2 sections. Your first 6 weeks, you're going to learn the staffing and recruiting business as a whole. You're going to learn how to charge and get paid for your services, how to develop new business, how to find and recruit top talent, how to network for talent in new business, how to get your first client, how to take a job order, how to source via social media and mobile, how to conduct a Boolean search, how to negotiate a job offer, how to get funding, and let me tell you, the list goes on and on and on. During that time, you're also going to develop your company's infrastructure and organizational processes so you will have a full and complete running business, okay? We're going to develop your financial goals. We're going to develop your target list. We're going to develop your marketing strategy. I don't even have on the sheet your timelines. We have metrics involved. I mean, we're actually developing a full firm. Now, this is the cool part about this. While you're going through your first 6 weeks and you're learning about the business, this is the training piece. There's going to be another piece that's going to be happening simultaneously. Okay, while you're learning, you're going to receive a 200-page manual that you're going to use throughout that learning process. We're going to help you develop a company name if you don't come to us with one. We're going to develop your logo. You're going to get a customized website. Okay, we're going to implement your applicant tracking system, which is your recruiting technology. You need this. This is your Bible. Okay, we're going to give you a branded careers portal so that you can post your jobs and candidates can apply to your jobs via social media and job boards, and they can like and Facebook like and share with their friends and all that exciting stuff. Okay, we will provide you with a social media management platform, because guess what? You are going to we're going to develop and brand multi-platforms from the social media perspective, including LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, Google Plus. The list goes on. Okay, you're also going to have a blogging platform because content is king. We want to bring people back to your website. I want you to go out there and blog. People do business with people they like. If you ever go through my training class, you're going to hear me say this 1,000 times. People do business with people that they like. Not only that, there's follow-up. There's fortune in the follow-up. Let me hear you say it. There's fortune in the follow-up. You're going to develop relationships so that people will like you. You're going to develop partnerships, and then you're going to follow up with them, and you're going to become wealthy. Okay, it's fortune in the follow-up. All right, what else do you get, D? Because I'm getting excited, y'all. I know it's 3:30 in the morning now. Y'all can tell I'm probably a little tired, but I'm going to keep going. Business card design. You're going to need some business cards to pass out, right? We'll also provide you with an online flyer. It's also printable. I don't recommend you giving flyers out in person per se, but definitely as you doing your social media marketing, having an online flyer is not a bad idea. You'll also receive contracts and documents, all the ones that you need in order to get your business up and running in the right way. There will be lots of role play. Sometimes I'll have my little whistle. When I say trainer is not even the word to describe what I do. I take this very seriously. This is not just a passion of mine, but this is my purpose. Right? It's my purpose. And as I said earlier, I'm looking to touch, Identifies Consulting is looking to touch 1 million people by December 31st, 2015, in the way of resume writing, in the way of growing their recruitment firm, in the way of changing the recruitment process for our corporate agencies, training, coaching, and helping you start your own recruitment firm. And with that said, after the 6 weeks, you'll also receive a certificate of completion, but it does not end there. Most companies that you go to that offer training, they're going to give you the technology, they're going to give you a website, they're going to tell you to call human resources. You don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to do that. Listen, we're going to stick around for another 6 weeks. We don't leave you after we get you up and going. That's right. We stick around for another 6 weeks. And what we do is take all the things that you've learned and all the tools and resources that we give you, we put them together, and we help you to land your first job order and or your first placement. You're going to want to talk. You're going to want to ask questions. You're going to want to talk about that right to represent that needs to go out to those candidates before you put them on contract. You're going to want to go back through the negotiation process because an offer is on the table on the direct hire side. You're going to want to really master your metrics, getting your metrics up, and mastering how to brand yourself and brand your company. And let me just tell you, we'll send out a press release on your behalf and let the world know that this is your business and you're doing your thing. And let me just tell you, I'm going to be cheering you on every step of the way. I mean, every step of the way. So understand that this is a full, complete solution. Now ask me, Dee, what does that look like? Well, here's some samples. Okay, here's one of our clients right now. We're just finishing up the last phases of his website. He's actually specializing in robotics, manufacturing, IT, and finance and accounting. He has a specialty in all of those areas, and he wants to utilize that to give back and help replenish the world's economy. Here you'll see a sample of the website right here. There is his logo that we've developed. This is the profile photo that we use on social media that we've developed, and also the social media cover. As you can see, everything is consistent. Okay, we are building your brand at the same time. Everything is consistent. These are clickable when you go to the website. Okay, awesome. Here's another company that we're working with, and again, here's another website. We are just in the beginning phases, just put his website up on the server. Now we're starting to add the text, which he's just provided to us. This is his logo. Again, profile photo and cover. He specializes in project managers. That's all he does. He places project managers all day. Awesome, awesome niche to have. Here's another sample of an healthcare IT recruitment and staffing firm. He already had his own website. We're doing the branding. He came to us with, hey, listen, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. I'm not really, I really want to take this business to the next level. And that's what we're helping him do. So branding here. This is another healthcare IT recruitment and staffing firm. There is a set of 3 ladies who got together who are all in the healthcare IT space looking to utilize their skills and start their own recruitment and staffing firm. Logo, awesome. I love this logo right here. Here's your profile photo and your cover. They're creating professional opportunities and committed partnerships. Okay, here is another healthcare, and this is just general healthcare staffing. And this company right here focuses on the oil and gas industry. Here's some other various brands that we're currently working on right now and developing or have developed in the past. Alvin Myers is we did some personal branding for him. I loved his logo. We did 2 different versions, so I thought I would share. This is a not-for-profit agency here as well. So as you can see, and I'm just going on and on, but as you can see, we do a lot of branding. Please be on the lookout for the D-Williams brand that's coming out. We're talking about thought-provoking inspiration. You all know I got to inspire the world, right? Okay, so listen, D, this is amazing. A complete package. What's the cost, right? That's the question that everybody always asks. What's the cost? You're giving me all of this information, all of these great things. Actually, I probably can't even believe it. I'm thinking that's what you're saying, right? I don't know. I'm just saying that. Anyway, okay, what's the cost? Listen, other companies charge anywhere between $10,000 and $25,000. They do not offer training or coaching, or they're going through a franchise. They're looking for split fees. They really put you on their payroll. I mean, there's so many loopholes that are involved with a lot of these agencies, all these companies out here that are doing the staffing and recruiting. Ask Dee how she knows. Listen, not only have I done my market research, but a lot of my clients have gone through these other companies. They spent $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to receive the technology and to receive the website and nothing else. And the website is not customized to them. And then they leave those companies. They're out there trying to figure out how to get a job or how to find talent. Again, calling HR. One of my clients said, yeah, they told me to call HR. Wrong. I'm going to say that again. If that's what you're doing, you're in the wrong space. Okay. And so then they leave after they paid that $10,000, and then they come over to Identifies, and we help them get that first job order. We help them find that talent and brand themselves, and we give them a brand new look and a brand new image. Our charge, let me just tell you this, you'll never pay $10,000, okay? Now, we do offer flexible payment options. We do also have some discounted options. Listen, I know my energy is crazy. I know I talk kind of fast. I got a couple of complaints about my 20-minute video last time. I don't really mind. This is what I love to do. And I just want to take a really quick, sincere moment for a second and just let you all know that whatever it is that's holding you back from realizing your dream, it is time to look beyond your fears. Everyone has a fear and everyone's insecure about something, but nothing's going to change in your life if you don't take a risk and take the opportunity to go and do something about what you want to do with your life, okay? I mean, listen, I quit my job 2 years ago with no paycheck and started Identifies Consulting. And I tell you, for the first month and a half, nobody even thought about being a client of mine. They just sat back and watched me, to be honest with you. But I had a dream, and I knew that it was something that I wanted to do. And I kept at it, and I didn't give up. And let me tell you, now I have clients all over the world. I just opened an office in Costa Rica, and I'm looking to open an office in Dubai next year. I have interns, I have a staff, and let me just tell you, I'm absolutely loving what I do. I love being able to give back. I love being able to travel and impact recruitment companies worldwide. I want you all to have an opportunity to love what you do every day. Listen, my name is Dee Williams, been in this business 19 years, absolutely still loving every moment of it. I encourage you to live your dream, take a risk, invest in yourself, live the life that you want. And if you have any more questions, let's discuss it in more detail. I want to hear about your dreams. D. Williams signing out. I love you guys. Have a great day. For me, a great morning. Bye.